The Fernald School is the oldest institution of its kind in the country. At its peak, some 2,500 people were confined here at a time, most of them children, all of them called feeble-minded, whether they were or not. The people who ran Fernald back in the bad old days are no longer alive, but many of the victims still are. Victims like Fred Boyce, who was locked up here for 11 years. He came back to Fernald with us.
We thought for a long time that we belonged there, that we were not part of this species. We thought we were some kind of, people that wasn't supposed to be born.
Fred Boyce. He was just 8 years old in 1949 when his foster mother died and the state of Massachusetts committed him to Fernald. Fred's records from Fernald show they labeled him as a moron, even though tests showed his intelligence was within the normal range. Most of the school is closed now, including Fred Boyce's old dorms. They'll be torn down soon, the relics of a childhood without joy.
Red Cherry Day, okay? What Red Cherry Day was, they'd sit us all in a circle, get up in front of all these kids, and you'd pull down your pants, and you'd pull down your underpants, they'd make you turn around, and they'd whack your ass with this branch until it was red like a cherry.
Sexual abuse? Of course there was sexual abuse. The place was tailor-made for it.
They took away my childhood and my education.
What stays with you the most?
Being a moron. Never getting to know what I could have been.
It expanded, they formed a school and it started to get going, and there was obviously a need, so they built another building, then another one, and another one, and you can kind of see the buildings progress. That up there is a much newer building than this, and this is a much newer building than that. So we're kind of looking for where did it start, because this is campus, there must be 2-3 dozen buildings that we've seen already, and I expect they had a hospital or some sort of medical research. They obviously had laundries and cooking facilities. Most of it was dining rooms. They probably had classrooms. So this would be a campus that probably, I don't know what they would have called it, but a reform type school with all the fences and everything they had around it. It was obviously meant to keep kids from wandering away. But they may have taken handicapped children, who knows. We'll find out more about that, but for now, let's go check this old building out. With old hand-formed bricks. See, these are old bricks that are formed by hand. And it's got on a stone foundation. I don't know how old this is. Not terribly old with these steel frames, but it could have been much older. Look at it. Look at how it's all caved in.
Wow. I see chains up there.
Yeah. See the big old wooden rafters that went across?
Yeah.
There's a big wooden rafter. Let's go get them. This is new. This is a breaker box. This would not have been there when it was built. Wow, take a look at this. Look at this old winding staircase.
It looks like something at Forest Haven.
This is all steel.
Oh, let's go check out that crib.
No insulation.
There's a crib over there. Let's go check that out, Pops.
They have a fire alarm system. See the brick coming off, the plaster coming off the brick. This is obviously a dormitory room. You have the bed, see all the beds stacked up, and these were closets. Each kid probably had his own closet. Big wooden columns holding up this. These are the old 9x9 tiles, very popular in the 40s and 50s. You know what? Look at this bed. This is not a regular bed. See, this bed has sides on it to keep people from falling out of bed. It's like a adult crib, and you can crank it and make it move in different ways to position people. So this bed was for something, people that were handicapped in some way. Desk. You know, it's possible that this was a cafeteria because there's a kitchen right here. Ooh, look at this, guys. There's a whole kitchen in here, and there's a sink, water fountain. This may have been a cafeteria at one time. And the whole ceiling fell in. Even if we went up these steps, there's no place to go because there's no floor at the end. Well, I was going to say this has all been replaced with this kind of glass, and there were ventilators. See the big vents where they put in there for kitchen fans? There's one on this side too, up at the top. Some kind of a ventilator fan. All of that would be additional to the original building, which was built on stone like you see here. This was obviously meant to either keep somebody in or keep somebody out. This is strong screen. Old brickwork, stone mixing with stonework. Oh man, look at this. Oh. This is down in the inner workings. Go on, Annabelle. This plaster has physically just deteriorated. Look at this on this side. All the way down, just a pile of dust at the bottom. If I had to guess, I would guess this is a classroom. You got chairs. This looks like a teacher's desk. Alright, here's where we keep our trophies. Looks like bowling, baseball.
What are the years?
See if we can find any. 81. 1981 would be 35 years ago. See if we can find some paper with the date on it. Walter Fernald, is that it? Fernald. Walter Fernald State School. Ah, so this is state property. And this has work done. What part is this? Some sort of a faculty report. Is this a non-scheduled maintenance work order? These are administrative offices of some kind. This is a ventilation system of some kind, obviously. And this is the trap door where they made the kids walk the plank into this. This looks like some big classroom, but look at that, go in there. Too bad. Looks like kind of a neat room. Big cantilevered ceilings. You know, it should be the same on the other end like that. Kitchen. See this? Looks like a kitchen setup, although I don't see too much. I don't see any place for refrigerators, maybe stoves over there. And it was a check. Received from George Garrity.
What was the date?
January 6, 71. So that is 45 years ago. No, 55 years ago. Is that right? Yeah, 55 years ago. So what all schools, the schools I went to had them, they had these big giant outdoor fireplaces and they burned all their trash. And the teachers would say, hey, take this stuff out to the incinerator. Usually the janitors were responsible for that, but sometimes the kids would do it. They'd take all the papers, wood, paper, everything they had to get rid of, including sometimes garbage, put it in the incinerator. And that might have been an incinerator.
Is that one right there, do you think?
No, this is a fresh air handler. This is a air circulation.
Oh, okay.
You know, in the wintertime, they would have closed this building up as tight as they could to keep the heat in. And so they would need some circulation of some kind. Here's an electrical room. Look at this. Oh, this is a, looks like maybe a fire alarm. Fire alarm. September of 1991.
1991.
1991. So look, that's only 27 years ago. So that means this building was in use 27 years ago. This said no place. I can't read that. Oh, look here. Boilers, fans, compressors. This is an air conditioning system here. Did you kick that? Do it again.
By accident.
Kick it. Okay. I thought something started. This is much newer equipment. See, this is all cotton.
Just nobody stole it yet? Like, you know, copper's usually first thing to go.
You're right. It's a wonder nobody's ripped this off, because this is worth a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
All this big copper.
Whoa! Whoa! That bunny scared me so bad.
It's a ghost.
It's a ghost bunny.
This is old too, right there. Got a courtyard or a swimming pool or something here. All right, now look, what the heck did this do? This This is a little courtyard. Lower down. What's the point? What is the point of this place? Why is this down low? And look, you can't get out here from any way. There's no door. Look at this part. See that arched?
Yeah.
There was something there one time. Hey, look at this. Somebody put this in there so you could climb in. And unless we go in a window, that's the only way. And we probably You know, my guess is it probably became, thinking if this place shut down in the 80s, there was a time when there were a lot of mentally ill people that were housed, special needs people that were housed in institutions. And then there was a time in the 70s and 80s where all of that was shut down and those people were released to somebody else to take care of. Some of them went to hospitals if they were really sick, or some of them that's when homeless people they were released and they became homeless people. And there's quite a number of those people that are out today. And I think it's because it just became so very expensive to take care of them, because they had to be fed, clothed, housed, and then extra medical attention. And someone could probably explain it in better detail. But they closed a lot of institutions down. And this may be one of those that got closed down at that time. It'd be about the right time, because it's been closed 30 years, I would guess, maybe a little longer. And but that's about the time they closed. They closed down St. Elizabeth's in Washington, which was a huge complex, very similar to this, much bigger. And they let all those people go. Not all of them. Some of them could be housed, but not many. And I wouldn't be surprised if this was caught up in that same wave of let's go ahead and let people out on their